Playing from Patrice Williams's iPhone.
Oh my goodness, we are going through some technical challenges today, but we're just going to work our way through it. My name is Patrice Williams. I am coming to you uh, through the show Turning Point. I'm just, we just have to laugh about it. The technical glitches this morning, hilarious. But I tell you, we had to work through it because I have my good friend coming to the stage to help us through our vision box. And without any further ado, I'm just going to bring her onto the stage. There you are. And with that, she disappeared. I'm going to see if she comes back. Oh, here she is. We're going to work through these glitches today. Okay, I believe she's going to come back in just a second there. So anyway, we are talking today about a vision box. And I know many of you have heard about a vision board. And nope, I don't see you, MoNique. Many of us have known about a vision board and have used vision boards, but for the first time a few years ago, my good friend, Dr. MoNique, we see you, taught me about the power of a vision box. So, Dr. MoNique, I had to dust off my vision box that we used a few years ago for today.
Well, good. So you're bringing it out. You can always reuse it.
Right, right. And it was so funny because you brought yours out too. And while and I know you'll be back in a minute, but while that is happening, I'm going to give you a little bio about Dr. MoNique Hunt. So, Dr. MoNique E. Hunt is a spiritual teacher and founder of the Ancestor Wisdom School. She is a master ancestral story clearing practitioner who uses the healing power of your life stories and your ancestors' guidance to help to create a clear path for living your soul's purpose. Using her gifts as an ancestral griot, and I'm going to see if I said griot correctly. Did I say griot correctly?
Griot.
Griot.
Yeah.
Well, as you gave me the pronunciation, and I ignored. Sorry.
That's okay.
Griot and third generation intuitive. Dr. MoNique specializes in and uses ancestor connection and communication in her ancestral story clearing and healing sessions. She helps you release historical grief and blocks embedded in your DNA and passed down through your lineage. Dr. MoNique has guided hundreds of ancestor training workshops, sacred ceremonies, and talks around the world. Dr. MoNique's devotion to the ancestors comes from her training with ancestors, both in physical and spiritual form. Her doctorate in metaphysical counseling, mentoring, and spiritual teachers from around the globe, and 2 decades of implementing teachers of an ancestor reverence in her life. And that is a beautiful bio, but I will just simply say, my bestie, my friend.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to join you. When you sent me the message and said, can you come and do this? I was excited about doing it. And then, for me, this is my break time. So this is my, rejuvenation and reconnecting and doing my own vision. So I'm excited to be here to share with you the process that I use to step into the new year and just release everything from the current year. So I'm excited.
Well, I appreciate it because I tell you, when we were talking about it, Lisa and I, during our broadcast production meetings, I said, I think she's off in December. I think she cuts it off in December.
I do. Christmas to New Year's is like a clean break. But I'm honored and I'm happy to be here, and I couldn't say no to my bestie, right?
Aww.
And this process is something that's near and dear to my heart, and it is a process that I use with my clients and with the members of the Wisdom School. And so it is absolutely a project that is near and dear to my heart. And I call it my spiritual practice, really. So it's a spiritual practice to move from one year to the next. And today we're going to go through it, and it'll be a little different because we're going to do like a workshop, right? Because you told me, come in and do a workshop. Let's actually do this. And so we're going to give people an opportunity to really do this, ask questions if they want to, and I'll share as much information as I can. We may go a little fast.
Okay.
You mentioned that this would be recorded. So that means that if people want to watch it later, they can, and you can slow it down and give yourself some time to do each step. There's 4 steps, and we'll go through each one of the steps. And then if you want to play it back and do it again, you can.
Okay.
You probably want to anyway. And so the first thing that we do is we want to release the old. So we'll be working on a process that I do to release the old, to clear everything sort of out of your brain, out of your body, out of your DNA. Get rid of the old. Let's get rid of some of that. It doesn't mean that it hasn't been helpful to us, but now we want to step into something new. So we need to release that, let it go.
Okay.
So then the second thing that we'll do is we'll begin to work on surrendering those projects that we didn't necessarily complete, those things that we said we were going to do that we didn't actually do, the goals that we made, the resolutions that we may have, set for ourselves that didn't happen. We need to go ahead and surrender those things, because if not, we bring them into the new year with the same energy from the previous year. We don't want to do that. We want to have all new energy when we're coming in, so we need to release those things. So we'll do that. And then I'll take you on a journey. We're going to go on a vision journey where we will begin to create your vision for 2021. And then I'll show you some things that you can do to really make that vision pop for yourself. And then the last step is we will be putting everything into, so we have our, let's see, this is my mom's vision box that I created for her.
Oh.
So we can have, you can make your vision box fun and pretty, and Patrice will show you hers in a moment. And then this is the surrender box. So we have a surrender box where we surrender items that need to be surrendered. And so we'll be putting those in, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how to use each of those boxes. And then we'll even talk about how to really manifest your 2021 vision in a more powerful way. And let's put it on steroids so it absolutely happens for you this year. So that's what we're going to be covering today. Are we ready?
We are ready. We are ready. I want you to know that the chat box is working, and I put a few of the chats on the screen where we Empower Solano welcoming you. You're worth the wait, and we have also Empower Solano saying loves the surrender box. Let it go. Hashtag let it go. I'm gonna show y'all my box, my vessel in a minute. And I saw another one. I think it was Lisa. Lisa was saying, "Amen. Release the old, surrender, create a new vision." Yeah. So tell us everything that we need to have. Would you say note cards, pins?
Yeah, so you want to have note cards, pins. If you don't have a box, the 2 boxes yet, don't worry about it. You can do that later. you want to have your pen, paper. Later on, you may even want to do things that are more visual, like, magazines, or you may want to put your own photos in there. Maybe you have some drawings or something like that. So you can actually add photos, pictures that help to create the image. But for today, if you don't have those things, then you can basically just have a pen, paper, note cards, Post-its, whatever works for you. There's nothing, there's not any hard and fast rules about what to use. You can use whatever you want. So yeah. So if you haven't grabbed those things yet, you might want to go ahead and just grab those so that you can go through the process now. I mean, why not start now, today? Let's do it.
Wonderful. Okay. Hi, Natalie. Okay, she has a box.
This is a box and container collector. I love it. Now you have something to do with all those beautiful boxes.
Okay, we're ready. You're going to have something for Morgan. You're going to have something for everybody now.
Okay, there we go. Okay. We're going to begin by releasing the old. And this is a practice that I absolutely love because it helps to release emotions. And it's just great to release so many things. And what I want you to do is, if you're in a spot where you can actually close your eyes and be able to really do this, then great. If you're not, then make sure that you just go back and do it later, or keep your eyes open and just work on it a little bit. Okay, so just take a deep breath. Just relax. Make sure you're relaxed, because this is supposed to be fun, right? Yeah. Okay. So what I want you to do is visualize in front of you this big, huge whiteboard, or like a movie screen. This is a big, huge board. It's a movie screen. And now I want you to play out everything on that movie screen, or you can write it on a whiteboard, whichever you feel most comfortable with. I want you to just dump everything that you want to release about 2020. Everything that you need to let go, any losses that you may have experienced, any fears that you may have had, any illnesses that you may have experienced, anything that needs to be released about 2020, you want to just go ahead and start placing it on there. It doesn't matter. You can just throw it on there any way you want. So just take a moment and do that. Okay, so this is going to seem a little fast, but we're going to do it fast. We're going to do it more than once.
Okay.
We want to do it fast because I don't want you to give a whole lot of thought to it. I just want you to, whatever comes to mind first. Okay, so what I want you to do now is just take your hand and tap the top of your head. Just tap. Okay, now just imagine that you have this glove of light all around your hand. And I want you to go back to that screen, and I want you to just clear everything off that screen so it's completely white again. Just clear it off. Completely white. Remove it. Okay? Now just visualize yourself throwing all of that into the ocean, just taking it and throwing it in the ocean, and say, disintegrate, disintegrate.
So we say disintegrate, disintegrate.
Disintegrate, disintegrate, disconnect.
Disconnect.
Disconnect him from it all. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to go through it again. So we did it the one time. Now I want you to do is just pour everything on there that anything that may have really held you down, held you back. I mean, if you want to put COVID on there, put COVID on there. Put anything on there that you just need to release and let go of. Just go ahead and pour onto that board now. So close your eyes, visualize your board in front of you, and just start to put everything on there that you can. So go.
So are we writing on the board, or
You're just visualizing the board and putting it all on the board in your vision.
Got it.
Closing your eyes and putting it on the board. Okay. Once again, visualize this beautiful glove of light on your hand, and just visualize yourself just clearing that entire board and making it white again, clearing everything off of it. Grab it in your hands, crumple it up in your hands, toss it in the ocean, and say disintegrate, disintegrate.
Disintegrate, disintegrate.
Cut, disconnect. Just let it go and disconnect from it. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. We're going real fast. Okay, go ahead. Visualize your whiteboard. It's right in front of you. Close your eyes. Pour everything onto it that you want to let go of. Go now.
We're not adding the same stuff.
You can add, if it's the same stuff, let's go ahead and do it. Anything. Just throw anything on there that you want. Okay, visualize a white glove around your hand. Let's clear that screen off again. Release it. Let go of it. Crumple it up in your hand. Toss it in the ocean. Disintegrate all of those thoughts, emotions, feelings, and experiences. Disintegrate them now. Cut and disconnect from them.
Disintegrate, cut, and disconnect.
Yes. Let's disconnect from them. Okay, one more time. We're going to do this a little bit different. This time, I want you to visualize the board again. And place on the board everything that you're grateful for about 2020. Okay, beautiful. So just bring that board, just visualize that board, gather up all those beautiful words in your hands. Just feel like you're bringing them and place them into your heart. The more we focus on what we're grateful for, the more we experience what we're grateful for. So the first step was to remove the things that we need to remove. Get them out of our energy system, get them out of our body, get them out of our thoughts. Release them. You can go back and do this again and continue to release anything you feel you need to release. Throw it in the ocean, disintegrate it, disconnect from it, and then go back and you want to replace those with things that you're grateful for. What are you grateful for about 2020? Because there are some things, some beautiful things that happened in 2020 that we should be grateful for. So what I want you to do now is take out one of your note cards and write 3 things you're grateful for about 2020.
Do we want 3 different note cards or put it all on one?
You can put it all on one.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have taken all of that and we have the good, we've gotten rid of some of the old. And so now what we're going to do is grab our surrender boxes or grab your note cards.
Did you want to see my surrender box?
Sure. Yes, let's see your surrender box. Your surrender bag?
Yes.
Okay, well, we will do that, or you can create a nice little surrender box for yourself. Either way. Don't throw the bag away, though.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do now is we want to surrender those things that we didn't finish and accomplish. Anything that you wrote down last year that was a goal, a resolution, you know, the new year, a lot of people do resolutions, a goal, a vision, a project. Maybe you said to yourself, I am not going to eat sugar, and you loaded up on sugar. Maybe you said you were going to lose weight, you didn't exercise, you didn't. Maybe you said that you were going to earn a certain amount of money, you didn't. Maybe you said you were going to start a spiritual practice, or you were going to learn something new. Anything that you didn't accomplish, anything that you intended to do, but maybe you didn't. You want to go ahead and write that down. And so you may not have time to do all of it at this moment. So at least write down 1 or 2 things that you wanted to surrender and let go of, that you're ready to say, okay, I didn't accomplish it, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and surrender it. And what we're doing is, by doing that, we are surrendering it to the Creator to help us to act
Uh-oh. We have a little bit of an audio glitch. So far, what? And I know she'll come right back in. Oh, there she is. There you are. Hold on. There you are. We have isn't this the weirdest technical glitches? But I promise you, we're going to work our way through this. While MoNique is coming back into the room, I want to know, oh, no audio. Hold on. Okay, so I think I'm good with audio. So we're going to work through these technical glitches. I know MoNique is going to come back in just a few minutes. I want to know, what have you done your surrender? She gave us a few steps. Have you finished your surrenders? Oh, I see. Oh, thank you. I love Dr. Lily. You take such great notes.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh, I can.
I don't know why it keeps going out. I've been checking. The internet doesn't seem to be going in and out, but I do.
Right. And I have a feeling you may be about to go out, because I can't bring you up on the screen, but we can hear you.
Okay.
So
as long as you can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep rolling. We'll keep going. Okay, so we're doing the surrender part. And what I want you to do is write down 3 things that maybe you need to let go of, that you didn't complete. Just write down, and if you don't have 3, 1, 2, whatever number it is, just go ahead and put that down on a note card. You can use 1, you can use more. So I'll give you a moment to do that.
Got it. And you said we could put it on one sheet or many?
Yes.
Our surrenders.
Depends on how many you have to surrender.
Oh.
It could be a number of things. It could be, and again, these can be small, these can be large, big projects, could be small things. It could be a thing like, I said I was going to go to bed earlier and get more sleep, and you didn't do it, right? So let go of it, surrender it.
I love it.
So we'll give people a moment to do that.
Surrender the campaign from this year.
Somebody said that?
No, I'm asking.
Surrender it. Surrender it. Let it go. Let it go, so that when you step into it again, it's all going to work. It'll all be good. So go ahead, surrender it. Let it go. Let that stuff go.
Okay.
When we surrender it, it actually lightens the load as well. Yeah. And it frees our mind and frees us up to do things that we really want to work on and accomplish for 2021. But in addition to that, as we're surrendering it saying, I'm going to let other forces support me in making it happen.
Yes.
I'm going to allow the Creator, ancestors, God, whoever your higher power is, you're letting it go. And you're allowing that higher power to come in and support you with opening the doors to maybe make that happen. But you're also surrendering it because maybe it isn't as important to you now as it was at the beginning of 2020.
Right.
There's new things that are important to you now. And we want to focus on those.
Do you know what I just realized? And I'm only going to make this connection because it may feel the same way to other people. When you just told me to release it and I wrote it, I realized that all the emotions tied to it, like I was annoyed for people for not voting. I was, like all that stuff, well, I'm just speaking my truth. All that went with it too. I do feel lighter.
Right. You do. You do. It really allows you to release it. So we put it into the surrender box.
Okay.
Right. So if you have your surrender box or bag, if you have it, go ahead and place it in there.
And you tell me when to take a break for chat, because the chat is hopping.
Okay. Okay. Well, why don't we do that while people are working on their surrenders? Go ahead and let's answer some questions.
Awesome. So we have Vanessa. Vanessa's just saying, oh, she's saying, hello, beautifuls.
Hi. Hi, Vanessa.
Tamari is saying, Richardson says, this is great for personal reflections. Oftentimes we don't do that and it only stifles us, but it keeps us in this mental box. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. It keeps us in this mental box, and it also keeps us in that mental box of saying, you know, I didn't do it. I didn't accomplish it. Oh, I'm feeling defeated, feeling as if I'm not accomplishing anything. And it really stifles us as we move forward. Great. That's a great observation.
Dr. Lily lives in Benicia, where you are. And she says the cosmos want us to do our work for a brighter tomorrow. What do you think? I like it. Oh, this is so funny. We have our everyone talking to each other. So Cassandra James is just co-signing with Tamari Richardson, saying, especially for women of color. We have someone on LinkedIn that's saying, let it go. I feel like I'm missing a few. Some of our chats may be disappearing. If I'm not bringing it up, that means it may have disappeared, because I feel like I saw a few others. And oh, you're so funny. So Empower Solano is saying, yeah, get ready for the next campaign. So I think some of the chat is disappearing. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa says to speak my truth and others will do the same. You know, I can only be authentic and just say what's on my heart and spirit. And while MoNique comes back into the room, Cassandra James says, I want a virtual vision box party to go deeper with this. So when MoNique gets back, we're going to run that past her. Okay, so let's bring back to the screen while we wait for MoNique. She gave us, you're back.
Yes. What's going on?
We're just, I don't know. But let's see. So you've walked us through release, surrender.
Yes.
Are we ready for journey?
Yes, we are. And I think someone said about the vision box party. Absolutely. That is so much fun to do a vision box party. And I would, if you want some help with that, if you want to put one together and you want some help, you can definitely reach out to me and we will do it.
I thought this was the vision box party.
It is a party, but she wants to do a bigger party.
Oh,
and that's okay. Let her do her party. Let her do her party. Okay. So with your surrender, you want to place everything into your surrender box. And at the end, I'll tell you a little bit about how to use that surrender box in a way that helps you to continue to release the things that you need to release. So let's go on to our journey. Yeah. Our journey. This is our vision journey, where we're going to take a little bit of a journey and you are going to begin to create that vision for yourself. And this is another close your eyes process, because I want you to really be able to vision what you want to create in 2021 without all of the distractions of everything that's around you or even on the screen. So go ahead and just close your eyes. Okay. Once again, I want you to visualize a beautiful board in front of you that is surrounded by light. And it is where you are going to just really play out your vision for yourself. So as you are seeing this board, it's a little bit in the distance. So what we're going to do is just take a journey. Just imagine yourself on this golden path, and you're walking on this golden path. And as you're walking the path, you see the beauty of nature all around you. And this is a new day, a new beginning, a new opportunity. And as you continue to walk, you step up to your big screen that has come down from the sky as a support system to help you complete and accomplish everything that you've ever wanted. So as you look up on the board, imagine your life is on this board, and what you want to create in 2020 has already happened. And now you're standing there and you're watching it all unfold. What's happening? What are you doing? How are you feeling? What have you accomplished? Allow it to just play on the board for a moment. Just see it there. Visualize what it will feel like when you've absolutely accomplished this. And now that you've accomplished it, what will you do to help other people? So just close your eyes. What are you doing as a result of this success that you've experienced? What are you doing to help other people? It was a little longer than planned because I went out again.
I was like, boy, we sure spending a lot of time on this.
Okay. So what I want you to do now is just take a moment and write down anything that you saw that was on your board. Just begin to write it down on your note cards. You can use as many note cards as you want. And remember to write down how you are going to help others as a result of this success that you experience with this 2021 vision that you have. Just begin to write that down, because as we help others, it manifests that vision even faster. So every time we do something to give back as a result of our success, it just fuels our success even more.
I love that.
So just write that down.
So our success fuels the success of others. Uh-oh. I can't hear you, MoNique. I love this. While MoNique is coming back, let me, oh no. There you are.
Can you, okay, great. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So now what we want to do is Patrice is going to show you her vision box. So tell us a little bit about your box. I love elephants.
I see Tiffany Jones just made a message. We were just talking about the Sankofa bird. These are Ndinkra symbols.
Yeah.
And I love elephants.
Yes, me too.
And I just love the coloring. It reminds me of Africa. Ndinkra symbols are from Ghana, I believe. And this box, I believe I got it from TJ Maxx on clearance years ago. And
Look, I thought there was going to be this big story about I took this journey to Africa. Yeah. He said TJ Maxx
on clearance.
Yeah, I wonder where it was made.
I think you know what? Because I have gone to Africa, so I thought you were ready to say, "Oh, did you get that from Africa?"
I was waiting for you to say I bought it in Africa. Okay.
No,
okay, I thought we really had something going here. Okay. Okay.
I'm going.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you can now take all of the things that you wrote down, and later you may want to add more to it. I'm sure you're going to want to add more to it, and you can add throughout the year. You don't have to just do it now or do it at the beginning of the year. Continue to add things to your box, add photos, add images. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Put all of those things in your box. So go ahead and let's place them in the box now.
Okay.
Okay. Now what you're going to do is close your eyes again. And you're going to hold your hands up around your box. You can either hold it or you can just put your hands around your box and visualize a golden light coming from your hands. It's traveling down from the top of your head, down through your body, out through your hands, and it's energizing everything that you've put into that box. Just fill that box with golden light. And just keep pouring golden light, imagining that light is coming down through the top of your head, through your crown, and coming out through your hands and just energizing everything that's in that box. Golden light. And just imagine the box is filled with golden light. Okay, great. So what that does is it energizes everything that you've put into that box. And you can go back and do that golden light in there at any time. And what that says is you are ready to create everything that is contained in that box. So let me tell you a little bit about how to use the box, because I know some people may have questions about that. And if you have any questions, then definitely type them in and I'll answer those questions for you. So one of the ways that you can use your box is by placing it on, if you have an altar in your home, like I have an ancestor altar where I honor the ancestors and ask for their support. You can put that on your altar. You can put it anywhere in your house where you can see it. You can have that beautiful box like Patrice has, and it'll go anywhere around that you want. You want to place your box somewhere where you will see it on a regular basis. And what you want to do is each week at least, you may want to do it daily, but at least once a week, go to your box, open up your box, and sit there and just really, once again, go through that visioning process. Look at the items in your box and just visualize them happening in the moment. Visualize them as if they're already occurring for you. And then ask yourself, what steps do I need to take this week to help manifest this vision? What steps, what things do I need to do to manifest this vision? Is there anything else that I want to add to the box? Is there anything that I now want to remove from the box? Because sometimes what we thought was important on January 1, by the time we get to June, we're finding it's not as important and we may want to remove it. Anything that isn't important to you, anything that isn't a priority to you, you want to take out of your vision box and put in your surrender box. So now just put it over into your surrender box. Okay. So you can actually use the items in your box if you want to create a vision board, because I know some people want vision boards. So you can still use those items and create a vision board if you want. I like the box because I don't necessarily want everything hanging on the wall. So I prefer the box. Also, it allows me, from time to time, I just walk by the box and I just go ahead and add more golden light and then ask the creator to support me and open doors that may be closed, to show me a path that I may not see, and just ask for that guidance. And that's why I like to have the box, and I set the box where I can see it on a regular basis. So those are some of the things that you can do to help create this vision and put this vision that you have for 2021 on steroids. So what we've done is we've released 2020, we've released it, everything that we needed to let go of, all of the challenges that we needed to let go of. We then surrendered those things that were still a little bit important to us, but we haven't created. We surrendered them and put them into our surrender box. We created our new vision. And you can go back and
Uh-oh. I think we lost MoNique again. While she comes back, let me go through the chat. There are some good ones here. Let's see. Oh, here she comes.
okay, I'm back.
There you are.
We created the new vision, and we took our vision journey, and then we placed it in the box. So now that we can begin to manifest this. One of the things I want you to remember is we definitely have to take action. We can't just pour the vision into the box and then walk away from it. We have to take action. But we also want to remember that there are other forces that are supporting us and guiding us, and we need to embrace them. And remember that when it doesn't feel like it's working out, you can always surrender it and ask for support and guidance. And you can then go back, and you can even take some things out of your surrender box if you want to and put them in your vision box. You can go back and forth depending on what's happening and what you may be experiencing. So that is the whole process that you can go through to really bring 2021 into your life. Step through it, open up that door, and just make it happen.
I received that. So we have a few, some really great questions in the chat. So we have a LinkedIn user, and I can't see your name through our interaction, but I believe you're Gail G. And if that is you, Gail G, according to Dr. Lily, welcome. I just can't see your name, but I absolutely can see your chats. And so Vanessa says that she loves this time for self-reflection. And it's so important as we go forward to let go what's not serving us and embrace the new positive things that are coming. Make room for the new.
I love it.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me too. And so Tamari Richardson has a question. She says, is it okay that the board is attached to a 6 foot?
You know what? If that'll help you manifest it, do it.
I really did not read it until I was reading it.
Look, if that'll work, I say go for it. Do it. Make it happen.
We've got jokes in the chat.
And let us know about it, because I want to hear.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. So empower Solano, that our team, as we help others, it fuels our success. And that resonated with me as well when you said that, Dr. MoNique. Oh, and Tiffany Jones is laughing. So she caught the joke before I did. Because I missed it. I promise you I missed it. Because I would have thought twice about putting it on the screen. And no,
with your box.
Yeah, no, ma'am. Yesterday we were talking about Michelle Henderson to say no. You're not getting my box. Yes, it possibly could be made in China. I do not care. So yes, Vanessa, this is on replay. As soon as we plus ends, all the replay channels will end, and that will be, I'm sorry, all of the live feeds will end and become replays. So you can replay this, you can share it, tag people that you feel like this message will resonate. And let's get the word out, because this is powerful to wrap up our 2020 and to walk strongly into our 2021.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I know we were having some technical difficulties, Shalonda, but I'm so glad that you're here. Yes, you can catch up. You played a replay, okay? You just kind of caught enough right now, and you just replay. And it also resonated to me to do that self-check with items in the box. While I was thinking about you and going through my box, I was going through some of the older, and I was like, some things just don't resonate anymore. I want a Lake Tahoe retreat. That doesn't resonate anymore. I wanted that a few years ago, but if I go to Lake Tahoe once a year, I'm good. I don't need
And you've done the retreat.
Oh, we've done the retreat at home, huh?
Right. Well, you've also been to Tahoe where you kind of retreated and relaxed.
That's true.
You wanted to own a retreat?
I was talking, and I have pictures of the retreat that I was going to own.
Oh, you wanted to own. Okay.
But that doesn't resonate anymore. That's
You
just
toss it out
today.
Yeah. It's time to toss it out.
I don't need that anymore.
And then you also look through it and what did you accomplish? And so you celebrate. Is there anything in there that you resonate with right now that you feel like I actually did it?
Well, do you want to hear something amazing? So, and you helped me with this. I said, I need a really great assistant.
Yes, you did.
And you said, write it out. And so I was reading it, and then my assistant, Lisa Clinton, gets on the screen, and I said, Lisa, let me read this to you. And so it says, assistant, reliable, honest, trustworthy, fun, happy, anticipates what I need and acts, proactive, productive, resourceful, savvy, experienced, excited about brand gov, and great phone skills. And I literally can just put her face on this card. That is her.
That's the power of creating that vision. That is the power. And I want to remind everyone, as you're creating the vision, create it as if it's happening. Because if you keep saying, I want this, and you're focusing on it happening at some time or in the future, well, then that's exactly what happens. It keeps being the future. You want to feel it as if it's happening in the moment. So when you wrote that, you wrote about the person as if she was right there in the moment. And now you have her.
And that's what you told me to do, which is powerful, because normally I would have just said, I want a great assistant. But you were like, no, who is that person?
Right. Who is it? And I think Tamari is asking if we clear out the box at some point, or is the box revolving? Both. So you definitely want to clear out the things that, like we said, don't resonate with you anymore. And then you also may want to clear out the things that have already happened for you. If something has already taken place, go ahead and move that out, and then begin to add more if you want to.
Yeah, and Monica Wiley, hi Monica, out in Washington. Hi, Monica. She says she loves that question. She thought that was good. And we just have our friends popping up. Hi, Velma.
Hi.
Getting some big award in Contra Costa. She's doing some really great things. So she says hello, and let's see. Oh, thank you, LinkedIn. From right, because you see how it says LinkedIn user. I couldn't see who you were. So hi, Gail. How are you? And shout out to Sacramento. I did a speaking event with her. And let's see. We have Vanessa, service and gratitude. I know that speaks to you. Vanessa is all about service.
It's so important. And, it's even, as you and I have talked before, Patrice, about the science of happiness. And, we know that that is a big part of what brings people joy. And happiness, joy fuel your success. It's not the other way around. Success doesn't fuel it. Happiness and joy does. So as we are giving and helping and supporting others, we're bringing more joy into our lives, and that is fueling our success.
Do we, and so for those of us that have our magazines and we like the process of cutting things out, I've noticed I've cut out money, but didn't put anything. So do we need to make our vision clear? How much?
What I encourage people to do is to make the vision as clear as you possibly can. And then at the end of it, always say this or something better. Because it could be bigger and better than what you could ever vision. And you don't want to put a limitation on it. So it's this or something better. But yes, the more you give, and if you don't write it on the back, that's fine. One of the things you want to do is, as you're going through your vision box, bring your card out around money and then visualize what that means to you. Why is it important? What is it that you want to create? And then at the end of visioning it, then say this or something better. And remember, money is energy. So as the money is coming in, this doesn't have anything to do with your vision box, but as the money's coming in, and you and I have talked about this, you want to bless that money and ask that that money blesses everyone that touches it. Everyone that touches it. Because you want to energize that so that everyone is benefiting from every penny that goes out of your account, and that you're blessed with every penny that comes into your account. So add that as a part of your visualization too. Visualize yourself blessing your money.
I just had an idea. I wonder if this will work for everyone, or if this is even a good idea. So these days, when we get checks, we don't deposit them in the bank. We just kind of screenshot it, deposit it. Could we kind of energize that check and put that in the box, or is it's already done?
You can energize that check, and before you cash it, energize the check, cash it, and then put it in your vision box if you want to. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that is one way that you can do it. And then if you're not getting a physical check, let's say it's an electronic payment, then you just visualize your bank account and you visualize that dollar amount. And then you ask that that amount bless other people. And also express gratitude. And that's what Vanessa's saying too. Gratitude is the key. Express gratitude for every penny that flows into your account. Express gratitude for everything that unfolds as you are, beginning to live your vision. Gratitude is such an important piece. I mean, I do my gratitudes every night, but express gratitude. And you can hold your box and say, I am grateful for everything that's unfolding in my life. And you can just begin to talk about, I'm grateful for the new clients that are flowing into my business. I am grateful that my body is healthier and I feel more toned. I mean, whatever it is that you are creating in your vision, you can hold your box and say, I'm grateful. As you're going through your box, that once a week. I think I like Sunday evening because you're preparing for the week. But as you're going through your box, visualize that particular thing that you want to accomplish. Visualize it as it's happening, and then express gratitude. And so, I think someone had, who was it that had the man attached to her board?
That was Tamari Richardson.
So as you are visualizing your experience with this beautiful man attached to it on your board, begin to visualize yourself enjoying moments with this person and having fun with this person, whether the person's already in your life or not in your life. Visualize yourself experiencing this, right? And then express gratitude for that experience.
I love that. I love it. Let's see. So we have we have someone that knows Lisa Clinton and says, Lisa's all of those things. I agree. Lisa Clinton, I absolutely love you. We have Tamari, Mrs. Abs, because that is priceless information. So glad that she caught this presentation
Nice.
live.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Right. Vernille, hi, Vernille Broomfield. She says joy and happiness fuel success. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Joy and happiness are the foundation.
Who do we have here?
Look at that. We have the same last name. How about that? Miss Nirvana. She writes her gratitudes every morning as a part of her daily spiritual practice. She does, and she actually gave me a gratitude journal that I've been using. Yeah, so she does. I mean, she writes hers, and she's even shared with me some of the things that she expressed gratitude for and how they've actually come to be. So when you're doing your gratitude journal, you write what you're grateful for that has already happened, but you also write what you're grateful for as if it's unfolding in the moment.
Yes.
So you may not have experienced it yet, but you write it as if you've already experienced it and express that gratitude, and watch how you'll experience more of what you've already experienced that you're grateful for. And the things that you want to experience and want to be grateful for, those will begin to unfold as well. So the visioning and the gratitude really go hand in hand. Really important.
Okay. Okay. So I want to make sure, I think we have one more. We have, and I believe this is Gail.
I have just envisioned my VA. I love it.
Let's do it. How many of us, we have some work to do today, everyone, today and tomorrow, because should we kind of get this done before the 1st?
Well, it's nice to get it done before the 1st, but it's not, you don't have to. You can do it at any time. So I don't want people to think, oh, I didn't do it, so I'm not going to do it. No, if you have time to do it before the 1st, make it happen. If you don't, that's okay. Do it when you can. But make sure you make an appointment with yourself to really sit down and do it. Don't just, continue to put it off, because before you know it, it'll be March.
Now that we're not doing. So how do people, because you do this as part of your Ancestor Wisdom School, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if someone was to, do you want to give us a word or two about the Ancestor Wisdom School and how folks would follow you and keep in touch with you?
Okay, so the Ancestor Wisdom School is a school I created to help us release the, excuse me, the traumas and the wounds in our DNA. So what happens is, if our ancestors experienced abandonment, betrayal, grief, anger, adversity, challenges, then that's embedded in our DNA, and it's scientifically proven that it's embedded in our DNA, and we're carrying it with us. So what happens is, as we are going through life, we're making decisions and we are having experiences. If in our DNA we carry any of what I call the 9 karmic stories, then what happens is, when that shows up in our life, it makes it even more difficult for us to be able to release it. So in the Ancestor Wisdom School, what we're doing is identifying those karmic stories that may have been experienced. And for anyone of African descent, abandonment is one of the biggest ones. Abandonment and betrayal are the biggest ones that we've experienced historically, which means it's embedded in our DNA. So as we are identifying those karmic stories, then what we do is we begin to release those karmic stories through forgiveness and through some work that, just like we did today, where we're going through and placing everything on the screen. Now, that exercise that I did where we placed everything on the screen and then we wiped it off, that was just sort of the tip. We take that to a much, much deeper level, where we are releasing any emotions that are not serving us right now in our lives. So we actually do a deeper level of that screen exercise and release any of those old wounds and traumas in our ancestral lineage. So that's what the Ancestor Wisdom School, and we meet monthly. We focus on the different karmic stories that we need to release and release those. In January, we are actually going to be doing an in-depth work around really creating this powerful vision, but creating it by releasing anything that may be holding us back. Fear, anxiety, past challenges that we've had, past struggles that we may have experienced, self-doubt, any of those emotions that are stepping up and creating blocks, we will begin to release those. And what's beautiful about this is that it doesn't take very long to do that. We can do it very quickly. And we'll be doing that in January, along with really fueling and adding some extra, as I call it, special sauce to manifesting and creating what you want to create in 2021 in a much faster way and a much more fun way than you've experienced before.
Do you want to give us a website or?
Sure. My website is drmonique.com. You want me to type this in here?
Nope, I'm right with you.
Okay. So, well, you know what it is because you've helped me with it before. drmonique.com is the website. And then my email is drmonique@drmonique.com. You can send me an email and say, you know, I'd like to be, because right now the information for January is not on the website, but you can send me a message and say, I'm very much interested in that workshop, and I will send you all the information so that you can sign up.
Okay. That sounds really, really good. And let's see if we have it on the screen. Is that right? Is that
right? Perfect.
Okay, awesome. And I'll flash your email address too.
Perfect.
Real easy.
Yes.
That is wonderful. So will you come back at some point next year to talk about affirmations?
Yes.
You
I'd love to. Oh yeah.
You anything that I've ever gone through, and since we've been friends, I'll tell you something, you say, and here's your affirmation.
Yeah, I would love to do that. And we'll be sure that we're not bouncing in and out then either.
I don't even know what to say about the technology snafus, but that is okay because unfortunately people aren't able to see you right now, but when you replay, they'll be able to see you. And you know, really what I want people to do is be able to put this video on pause. For every step, I want you to pause, work with it. So you're not going to be focusing on the video aspect. You're really going to be listening and putting all of this work into action. And I'm going to be working on this, and I'm going to be thinking about all of you that are doing this work with me, this community, and we're working together to have this powerful 2021 as a community.
Yes.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Can we do one last thing?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to just take your vision for 2021, either your cards, what you written it on, or your box.
Okay.
Bring it in your hands. And then close your eyes. And once again, just place all of that golden energy as if it's coming down from the heavens, coming down through your head, all the way down through your hands, placing that golden light around it, fueling it, and placing it in that box, just energizing it, and energizing it. Thank you to the Creator for all the things that are unfolding, for everything that I've included in this box. Thank you for your support, for your guidance, for your wisdom, for your love, and for allowing me to be a channel of your light and love in the world. Thank you for allowing me to use my gifts to fully express all that I am here to create in this life. Thank you for this opportunity to use every gift that you've given me. Thank you for helping me to continue to see all of my gifts and to share them with the world as best as I possibly can. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this vision. And thank you for continuing to support me on this journey. In full faith, so be it. Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so it is.
And so it is. Okay. Well, I don't even have to tell you. I'm going to put you in the waiting room while I kind of close out.
Got it.
For today, but you just hang tight. Don't go away. So this is K. Patrice Williams. I am closing out Turning Point with K. Patrice Williams. But tomorrow, I want you to come back. We have Rhonda Slota. And some of you all may know her as one of the co-founders of Vallejo Yoga. And I think about her at the beginning of the New Year's because she helps reset our year in movement. So she's going to give us some yoga exercises, some shifting to do. I don't know about you all, but sitting at the computer so often, my neck gets stiff, the top of my back gets stiff. And I was talking to Rhonda and she said, we have some exercises for that. We're going to show you. So I want you to come with your yoga pants, your comfortable shirt. We may even stand behind our desk and do a few moves. She's going to give us a little bit of, I believe, chakra clearing. Dr. MoNique, you did some great tapping, and she does chakra work too. But today was amazing. Tomorrow, we're just going to continue the theme to close out 2020 in the most powerful way. So with that, have a wonderful evening and share this content. Sharing is caring. Take care. Bye.